no graphing calculator. I'm just going to go to dsmos.com, and from that screen you want to click on graphing calculator. You don't have to log in, you don't have to do anything, it's totally free. And I tell you what, I'm going to steal the data from that tornado question on the front of the notes so we can see this real quick. So I'm just going to steal these data values. So if you want to use Desmos, you can literally pick any letter that you want. I'm going to just use L to stand for list. And you just type a letter, you hit equals, and then I'm going to use the bracket key, which is next to the P. So I'm going to just hit the little bracket right next to the letter P on your keyboard. And I'm just going to type in these tornadoes. In between each, you just put a comma. So like we had 6, 9, sorry, give me a second, I'll type these in. You type this into the first line in Desmos, 7. You could do this for any data set. I should probably just make something up and show it to you guys, but I was going to compare it to what we had so you guys could see that it's the same. Then I had 39. I'm going to go ahead and do this with the outliers we removed. 22, 15, 8, 13, 2. Okay, once you type all the data values in that, you put any letter you want, equals, put the data with commas separating. You don't have to put it in order. Little bracket. Bracket is right by the P key. You got to close the bracket. Okay, you really don't need the graph for any of this. Once you do that, got the data in here, you click on the second little box, whoops, and there's a little keyboard down here at the bottom. Little keyboard, if you pull that guy up, there's an option over here that says functions. If you click on functions and you kind of scroll down a little bit, the menu you want is the statistics. So if I want the average, I click on mean and it'll pop up a little parenthesis. You just put whatever the letter is you set your list equal to. I just used the letter L, and you close the parenthesis and it'll give you the mean right there in the corner. Click on the next one. If you wanted to do the median, just click on median right here, type in L because that's the list you want it for, and it'll show you right down there in the bottom right corner of that box. Now the quartiles are a little tricky, and make sure you pick the right one. So if you're on the Desmos screen here, there's one that says quartile and then one that says quantile. Don't get that one. You want the quartile. Now, a little different. So if I want the first quartile, you type the L that you put for your list. You put a comma and you put a 1. So that'll be the first quartile, L comma 1. Just hit, you don't even have to hit enter. It's right down there in the corner, displays it for you. And then if I want the third quartile, do that same thing, get that stat quartile, and then you can do L comma 3. And that'll give you the third quartile. Now, if you have all those things, you can find minimum and maximum on that screen as well. So if I go in there, functions, do minimum, and then again, you just type in L, it'll tell you the minimum. You can type in maximum. You can do these in any order. They don't have to be a particular order. Right like that. And the display is just in the bottom right. Now, if you want to, you can just leave that on the screen. So you got all the numbers that you might want from there. And maybe you just want to do a different data set. And you could just type in, you know, I don't know, I'm just making something up. So, just making something up. And it will give you all that stuff we all pulled up here in the bottom right corner. It just alters that based on the new data you put in. So you wouldn't have to do that every time if you wanted to leave that up on the screen. So just an option if you don't have your graphing calculator. You can always do these by hand like we were doing yesterday, but if you